I call the public hearing for budget and appropriation ordinance on September 12th, 2018, starting here at 6:32 p.m. Can I have roll call, please?
Marjorie Bartelli.
Here?
Jay Fisher. I just called your name, Jay.
Thank you.
Richard Flint.
Here. Yeah. Thank you.
Thomas Hummel.
Here.
Liz Sullivan.
Here.
Emily Swistek.
Here.
Marvin Wayne, absent.
All right, quorum being present. Item 2 on the agenda is opportunity for visitors to speak. Go by our traditional rules of allowing anyone present 5 minutes to address the board on the topic of the budget and appropriation ordinance. Does anyone wish to? Sir.
Good evening, and I was going to speak a little bit this evening regarding the budget, and one of the things that catches my eye is in the financial page that you have a big pie chart that we start out with showing the 5% or the 5% of the tax bill that goes to the library. It certainly gives the impression that we're getting a good value for the money that we spend. Also in there talks about the Lyle Library District is responsible for financial stewardship of the library. And certainly that has kind of caught my attention in the past. And I was looking at, or I came to learn finally, how many people work in the library. And I think the number that was given to me was 31 for full-time and 29 for part-time. And so that was kind of news. And while it seemed high, one of the questions was, how do you compare with other libraries? Yeah, I see what you look like on the pie chart, but how do you compare with other libraries? So in the past few days, I've been winding my way through a variety of websites to try to determine what's the head count in other libraries and how much are they spending. And so I went through a number of libraries, tried to find similar demographics in terms of the population, around 28 to 30,000. And through those websites, I was able to determine what's the head count at these other libraries. For example, West Chicago, they have 18 full-time, 17 part-time. Hinsdale, 15 full, 35 part. Woodridge, 16 and 43 part-time. Westmont, 13 and 20. Lyle, 31 and 29. Glenside, 20 and 36 part-time. Indian Prairie, 21 and, according to their record, 79 part-time. And Grays Lake, 13 and 50. The only one that's, nobody's really close. In essence, the closest one from 31, Indian Prairie's at 21. And they're the biggest in terms of a population for 42,000, over 42,000 people. So, again, the question becomes, how come it takes so many people to run this library compared to the others in the nearby community? Certainly, that caught my attention. And what seems to go with that, then looking at your current budget, probably the one that jumps off the page, on the first page, is healthcare costs. Got a budget in there for $340,000. And that's a 13% increase over what you just spent. I think it was $299, showed up on your revenue and expense pages June year to date. But okay, you got $340. Obviously, here's where the head count really comes into play. The next closest of all these stores in their budgets was Glenside at $212. The next one after that, there's none over 200. Woodridge, 170. Hinsdale, 155. Westmont, 91. Indian Prairie, 167. The additional cost that this library is taking on is just enormous compared to our peers. And as a taxpayer, I wonder, why do I have to pay so much more to operate this library when compared to the neighboring libraries? That seems to be the challenge. If we even look at salaries, just the salary budgets. This year you've got on the B&A, $2,206,000 as a salary budget. You're in second place there. Indian Prairie, the biggest in terms of population, is at $2,258,000. Nobody else is over $2 million.
You're about out of time, so if
Okay.
you could wrap it up, please.
I guess my issue is that it's just the taxpayers. Wouldn't it nice, from my standpoint, to feel that I got a bang for my buck. I'm paying out a lot of money for the library, and in essence, it seems like there are ways that the issue could be resolved. As the problem's just been kicked down the road year after year after year. Thank you.
And would you like to?
Oh, now I do.
Okay.
I've lived here for over 20 years. I'm a very, very heavy user of this library, as Tatiana and anyone else could encourage me. But the idea that you're going to save these potloads of money by getting rid of your full-timers and bringing in a bunch of part-timers that get no benefits. This is not McDonald's. It's not interchangeable. One clerk is the same as another. I like the idea of having continuity. I like to know that so-and-so is going to be putting things on my account because she knows that's what I like, and I don't even have to think about these. There's holds for me that I've never requested. They know me, and they know their patrons. You're not going to get that with a part-time person. All you're going to save is health care. I don't want to be known as the Scrooge district. I don't care about saving a few pennies here and there. And I'm the cheapest person in the world. I'm an extreme couponer. But there are certain things that you save money on. Education, library costs are not them. I would like to see fewer part-time people and more full-time people. Give them the benefits. Or else.
Thank you. Anyone else present wish to address the board? All right, seeing none, do we have a motion to adjourn the public hearing?
I move to adjourn the public hearing.
Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We are adjourned until 7 o'clock.